So welcome everybody to today's Lakehead University College Transfer webinar. My name is Aaron. I'm an undergraduate recruitment officer here at Lakehead University. And for those of you that are looking to get some more information after today, I know there's going to be kind of a lot of information coming at you here in a sec once we get into the webinar, but feel free to contact me directly at awatson@lakeheadu.ca. I'd be happy to talk about some of our college transfer pathways, admissions, applications, and answer any general questions that you may need moving forward. So we appreciate you taking time out of your busy day, and hopefully you're safe and healthy. And we'll get things started here. So welcome. So for those of you that are just starting your research in terms of transferring to Lakehead, a really great source of information would be our college and university transfer guide. And that is available on our website, lakeheadu.ca/viewbook. It's available for download or viewing. And there's lots of great information around admissions, application, some of our transfer pathways, financial aid, and anything else you may need to get started on learning more about Lakehead. So great resource for those of you looking for more information. If you do want to stay in touch after today, feel free to fill out the online inquiry form at lakeheadu.ca/connect. And we'll send you a follow-up email with direct information around your transfer program as well. And lastly, I definitely want to stay in touch through virtual meetings. So if you want to book a meeting with me directly, you can do that Monday to Friday using our online booking system on our Lakehead website. And again, I'd be happy to chat with you about some of our transfer pathways and how to get started on your application. So some of the things we're going to cover today, we'll keep it fairly general, but there are a lot of different topics that we want to cover. Obviously, transfer credits and some of the pathways, agreements, and multilaterals that we do have available for college transfer students. I'll touch a little bit on the application process and kind of how that works, along with next steps for those of you that have maybe applied already. Touch on some of the great financial aid opportunities we have as Lakehead University students, things like residence and student life as well. And then we'll wrap up at the end on ways to stay connected further. So for those of you that are just learning about Lakehead, we're a small to mid-sized university in Ontario. We have 3 campus locations in Thunder Bay, Orillia, and Barrie, Ontario through our Lakehead Georgian College Partnership programs. This past year, we're ranked in the top 10 by Maclean's magazine for primarily undergraduate universities in Canada, which is great. And we ranked number 2 in undergraduate universities in Canada through Research InfoSource, which really speaks to kind of the experiential learning opportunities that you may receive through some of your programs here at Lakehead, and I'll definitely touch on that a little bit. The previous 5 years running, Lakehead was actually ranked number 1 in undergraduate research as well, so we definitely have a big commitment to undergrad research opportunities across our faculties. We're definitely known for our small class sizes. 90% of our classes have 60 students or less. So the average class size is typically around 50 students. And for those of you coming in from a college diploma program where you may be used to some smaller lectures and labs, that's definitely a big advantage when you're transferring to Lakehead, because you'll kind of keep that smaller classroom environment. You'll really get to know your professors kind of one-on-one. They'll typically know you by first name within the first semester or first year of your program when you transfer in. And you really get that hands-on applied coursework throughout your program, which is nice as well, which we'll look into today. We're a diverse university as well, so we do have students studying from 80 different countries across our 8,500 students, which is great. And we've got some really unique one-of-a-kind programs at Lakehead. Some of you that are joining us here today may be interested in our unique college engineering transfer program, which I'll briefly touch on, but there's a variety of unique programs that we do offer here at Lakehead, so lots to choose from. In terms of employment rates and kind of getting your career started, the employment average this past year was 96.7% within 2 years of graduation across any of our Lakehead University degree programs. So that's above the provincial average for Ontario universities. And I think it really speaks to both the hands-on learning and the small classroom environment that you receive as a Lakehead student. So no matter what you're studying, you're going to be set up for success when you graduate. But there's some great unique opportunities within your programs to, again, get that hands-on experience and get prepared for the job market when you graduate as a Lakehead alum. Now, even though we're a smaller university, we are fully comprehensive. So we have over 60 degree programs across 10 different faculties, including med school and law school. So we do cover a little bit of everything. So there's some great opportunities for you to maybe experience and take some unique courses that you maybe haven't studied yet through your diploma program, and combine different subjects and really get a good variety in terms of your course outcomes. So lots of options throughout our 60-degree programs. Now, one of the advantages of having small class sizes is the natural lab. So again, if you're used to having some really hands-on programming through your diploma, that's something we definitely look to carry on within your Lakehead degree. Some of you may be transferring into programs like forestry or environmental management at Lakehead, which are two of our popular college transfer pathways. We've got some really unique opportunities for you to really learn through doing as part of your degree program. So we've got some of our students here doing lab work down at Lake Tamblin, which is a small man-made lake right in the middle of our Thunder Bay campus. So when you're entering into some of those third or fourth year or second year courses, as well as part of your program, you're really diving in and learning through some of our hands-on lab and coursework. So some great opportunities to do that in your program. Lakehead's committed to experiential learning across all of our programs. So no matter what program you're in, you will likely have some opportunities through things like co-op, internships, practicums, placement, field school. So all different opportunities to, again, get that hands-on experience related to your degree program and set you up for success when you graduate. Now, in terms of location and kind of where we are, we like to say we're 90 minutes from Toronto to any of our campuses. So we're only an hour and a half, 90-minute drive from Toronto up to our campus in Orillia, and we're a 90-minute flight direct from Toronto to our main campus in Thunder Bay. For those of you that haven't been up to Thunder Bay, I will touch on that here in a second, but it's a nice quick flight. The airport is only 10 minutes from our campus, and you can get flights 7 days a week through WestJet, Air Canada, and Porter Airlines directly from the GTA. So nice and simple. I always like flying up to Thunder Bay. It's nice and easy. It's a lot better than sitting in traffic on the 401 or the 400. And for those of you that are coming from a GTA college or close to there, really accessible in terms of getting up to the campus as well. Now, for those of you that are just learning about the city of Thunder Bay and maybe haven't came up to visit us yet, this is a picture of the Sleeping Giant Provincial Park, which is a picture of kind of the downtown core of Thunder Bay, which is right on Lake Superior. And a good way to kind of look at Thunder Bay, it's a really nice in-between size-wise. So not too big, not too small. It is one of the largest cities in Northern Ontario. So you get all the city amenities you're kind of used to in Southern and Central Ontario, with similar shops and restaurants and lots of opportunities with those major city amenities. But at the same time, you get the small town vibe, lots of great local shops and restaurants downtown. Thunder Bay is a tourist town, so there's lots of great unique opportunities in and around the city. You're surrounded by the natural environment with Kakabeka Falls, Sleeping Giant Provincial Park, Mount McKay, obviously Lake Superior that I mentioned, which is only 10 minutes from campus. So you really do kind of get the best of both worlds with both city life and that cottage country vibe of being so close to the natural environment. So lots of unique opportunities to live and learn in and around the campus. Now, looking at the campus specifically, this is a shot of the middle of our Thunder Bay campus, and we've got our residence buildings and kind of Mount McKay in the background there. Here's a quick overhead shot just to give you a better perspective on what the campus looks like. And we've got over 7,000 students studying at our Thunder Bay campus. So it is a full service campus. We've got our residence buildings on the left-hand side, which college transfer students can apply for. You can walk across campus in about 5 or 10 minutes, and a lot of the buildings are connected in the middle by an above and underground path system. So easy to get around, very accessible, and all of the student support services you would be used to coming from your college campus. In terms of where the campus is located, it's only a 5-10 minute drive from the downtown core. You're close to all the amenities in terms of shopping, the mall, the airport. So it is a very centrally located campus within the city of Thunder Bay as well, which is great. And students do receive a transit pass as a full-time student. So if you don't have a vehicle, it's an easy way to get around town and really experience the city of Thunder Bay. For those of you looking to study in Orillia, Orillia for me is kind of like a smaller Thunder Bay. We're right in the heart of cottage country, just north of Barrie and just south of Muskoka. So if you're looking to stay maybe a little bit closer to home and still get that cottage country vibe you would get in Thunder Bay, Orillia is a great place to learn. We're surrounded by provincial parks, ski hills and resorts. Orillia sits right on Lake Couchiching and Lake Simcoe, which are two pretty good sized lakes that come together right downtown. So you're only about a 5-10 minute drive from campus to the beach and the waterfront. Again, similar to Thunder Bay, you get a lot of the big city amenities that you would get in central and southern Ontario, but you do, again, get that small town charm that you get in the downtown core with nice local shops and restaurants. And you're only a 20-minute, half-hour drive to Barrie, which is a larger city, and an hour and a half south down to Toronto. So if you're, again, looking to kind of get the best of both worlds, it really is a great location and a great in-between and a great place to live and learn for students. Looking at the Orillia campus is a little bit newer, so it's a little bit smaller than our main campus up in Thunder Bay. It's only been open since 2010, and this is an overhead shot of the Orillia campus. In terms of support services, very similar to Thunder Bay. So we have academic advising, tutoring, health and wellness, career counseling, a lot of the same student central support services we have at our main campus, we also offer in Orillia. We do have a full residence complex for those of you looking to study on campus. We've got our cafeteria bookstore building in the middle, and the main academic building is the building at the back on your left there. So students studying at the Lakehead Orillia campus are usually looking for that small campus, small classroom environment. And lots of different programs to choose from here at Lakehead Orillia, which we'll touch on in a little bit. So getting into applying to Lakehead and kind of how things work, we'll kind of start with the transfer credit process, because this is usually one of the main questions I get from college transfer students is, how do I transfer? How do things work? How do college transfer admissions work? We'll kind of start off with that. So there's typically 4 ways for students to transfer into Lakehead University. We've got our general transfer. So for those of you that are applying from a specific college diploma program into a degree program that we don't have a formal pathway, there are specific general admissions requirements for students to meet in order to be admitted into those degree programs. One of the main opportunities as a college transfer student is through our multilateral pathways. So that's when you're graduating from a specific Ontario college diploma program and going into a specific Lakehead University degree program. So as long as you meet specific admissions requirements from your diploma, you're able to gain entry into a specific year level in our degree program. So we have lots of multilaterals, which I'll touch on here, but multilateral agreements are one of the best ways to transfer to Lakehead. We also have our bilateral pathways. So these are for those of you that are graduating from an accredited college that we have a specific pathway with, where you're able to transfer directly into a first, second, or third year of studies. And then the other opportunity for students transferring is through our unique engineering post-diploma college transfer program. So for those of you that are coming from an engineering technology diploma program, you may be eligible to apply into our Bachelor of Engineering transfer pathway, which has its own kind of unique admissions requirements. So looking at multilateral agreements first, just because that'll be probably most of you that are viewing this webinar and kind of looking for college transfer pathways. Again, what is a multilateral agreement? It's one of the best ways to turn your diploma into a degree. So college graduates from any accredited Ontario college in specific programs can enter directly into a specific Lakehead program in first, second, or third year. With a lot of the multilateral agreements that we have, the minimum overall average will be 70 or 75% from your Ontario College Diploma Program, and a lot of the multilateral agreements, you'll gain entry into second or third year of our degree programs. Okay, and we have over 20 multilateral agreements across our faculties, including arts and social science, business, criminology, education, health and behavioral sciences, natural resources management is a popular one for those of you looking at environmental science related programs, and then our traditional science and environmental studies. So lots to choose from. In terms of some of our more popular multilateral agreements, I've just got a few examples on the screen here, and I don't want to get into all of them in detail because obviously I want to be cognizant of time. It would take quite a while if I went through all 25 pathway programs, but these are some of the more traditional popular programs we have for college transfer students. So I'll touch on these, but again, the college transfer viewbook is a great place to start if you're looking for information around your program. And again, I'd be happy to touch base with you after today to chat about your own pathway. So I just mentioned admissions. So you'll see on the left-hand column, these are typically the diplomas that work for our multilateral agreements, and moving into the pathway degrees at Lakehead on your right. You'll see the minimum average for admissions, which year your program entry starts in, and which campus that program is offered. So we do have a variety between both our Thunder Bay and Orillia programs. Not every program is offered at both campuses, so that is something to keep in mind depending on your program. Typically with multilateral agreements, if you're completing a 3-year advanced diploma, the most or maximum transfer credit that you'll receive is entry into 3rd year of our degree programs, okay? If you're doing a 2-year diploma program, typically the maximum transfer credit you'll receive is 1 year of transfer credit, which would be entry into 2nd year of a degree program at Lakehead. So something to keep in mind, a lot of students ask me that, what's the difference between doing a 2-year or a 3-year diploma? It can sometimes depend on which diploma you're applying to, or from, I should say. But typically with a 3-year diploma, you come into year 3, and a 2-year, you come into year 2 at Lakehead, okay? I'll just look at a few examples here. So we do have programs which typically start in the fall. So with a lot of our multilateral agreements, once you've graduated from your diploma program, your degree program will likely start in the fall semester, which would be September at Lakehead. But we do have some transfer pathways where students do what's called a summer transition program. So that's another thing to keep in mind if you're applying through a multilateral agreement. You may be required to do what's called a summer transition program, which is essentially a small compressed semester of courses in July and August before you enter into the traditional fall semester of the program. So there are a few examples. I know our natural resources management programs, so things like forestry and environmental management. Those students will do a summer transition program prior to starting in the fall. But you'll receive information around that when you apply as well. And we do have lots of information around the transition programs on our website. So just a couple quick FAQs, again, that we typically get from college transfer students. So if you didn't see a pathway for the program that you're currently in at your college, can you still transfer? The answer is yes. So I would start by visiting our Lakehead U admissions webpage because you can enter in the college and program that you're currently in or that you've maybe graduated from, and that'll give you the admissions requirements for the program you're looking to apply for at Lakehead. So even if we don't have a formal multilateral or bilateral agreement for your program, you can still apply for transfer credits. We'll just assess your transcript course by course when you apply, and we'll go from there. So there is still some really good opportunities for you to transfer. A lot of our programs you can do part-time or full-time. So on the screen, we do have the difference between part-time and full-time status. You can refer to your academic calendar for information around registering for courses. And if you have questions about the difference between the two, again, our Student Central team or myself can always help you with that as well. This is a question, the last one that I usually get from students, and especially international students that may have a previous degree. Can I transfer into a master's degree program? We don't have transfer pathways into master's programs. So if you do already have a bachelor's degree completed, or you're in the process of completing that, you would have to meet the admissions requirements for our graduate studies programs. So best place to look for information is the graduate studies webpage at lakeheadu.ca. I can always get you in touch with our graduate studies department as well if you'd like some more information or specific contacts, but there aren't any transfer pathways into master's degree programs, okay? Now, one of our most popular transfer programs is through our Faculty of Engineering with our engineering transfer program. So Lakehead's had engineering for a long, long time, since the 40s and 50s. And when we became a university in 1965, we created a unique engineering technology diploma degree program at Lakehead. So we've got a really unique opportunity for students to complete a Bachelor of Engineering degree after they've completed an engineering technology diploma. And we offer 5 different majors in civil, chemical, electrical, mechanical, and software. And we also have a new BEng plus MBA program as well. So for those of you that are looking to combine a business administration degree with your engineering degree, the BEng MBA program is a 5-year program. So for those of you that are transferring into that program, you may receive transfer credit towards that, but it's a great opportunity combining our bachelor's and master's of business admin degree. With the post-diploma college transfer program, students will do a summer transition program that's offered in July and August, followed by a minimum of 2 regular academic years, September through April. And the Bachelor of Engineering degree at Lakehead is an accredited program through the Canadian Engineering Accreditation Board. So for those of you looking to pursue your professional engineering designation, it is an accredited BEng degree program. In terms of admissions with the college transfer pathway for engineering, again, we're looking for an engineering technology diploma from community college or equivalent with an average of at least 70% or 3.0 GPA in the final year of your diploma program. And you may be eligible for admissions consideration into the college transfer program. We do have an alternate option for admissions for those of you that are already in the workforce. Essentially, if you, for applicants that have completed 2 or more years of relevant industrial experience acquired after the completion of a diploma in engineering technology with a minimum overall average of 65% or 2.5 GPA in the final year, you may be eligible for admissions consideration into the engineering transfer program. This average is based on the marks and grades received by the applicant on the first attempt in the required courses of the final year of the technology program. And the best thing to do if you're an engineering transfer student is to contact our Faculty of Engineering directly for all inquiries. Each college EngTech program is a little bit different, so transfer credit can vary. I'm not a representative of the Faculty of Engineering. The Faculty of Eng does all the admissions for college transfer applicants at Lakehead University. So in terms of getting information around transfer credit in your specific program, the best thing to do is to contact our Faculty of Eng direct. And on their websites, they have an Ask Engineering inquiry form that you can fill out that will go directly to the department for response. In terms of next steps, submitting your application checklist. So UAC would be the website that you would use to apply with the 105 application. You'll select your program UAC code, and they're all listed on our website and in our view book if you need to reference. You can request to have your transcripts sent through UAC, which is the best way to have transcripts delivered to our admissions department for evaluation. And once you've applied, you can check your application status through your My Info account on our Lakehead website. I get a lot of questions around document submission, especially over this past year around the COVID-19 pandemic. So Again, if you've applied through UAC, your UAC application, you can request to have your transcript sent digitally, which is the best way and the quickest way typically to submit your transcripts to our admissions team. But you can upload documents through your MyInfo account on our Lakehead website after you've applied. And you can submit transcripts and documents to our admissions department directly via email if needed. So we've got a little bit of information on the screen there around admissions and document submission. But again, UAC is the best place to do transcript requests. Once you've applied and accepting your offer in terms of next steps, review your offer and conditions letter. So you'll receive an email and an official offer letter with all of your conditions and deadlines. Make sure you review that thoroughly in terms of looking at your next steps and getting everything organized. You can accept your offer of admissions by logging into the UAC website and checking your account and accepting your offer. Verify your acceptance through our MyInfo account on the Lakehead website, and you'll see you can track your application status 24/7 from the day that you've applied. Lastly would be submitting your confirmation deposit. So by logging into your MyInfo, you can pay your confirmation deposit online to reserve your spot in your program. So just kind of looking at important dates and deadlines coming up. The recommended application deadline for any college or university transfer student is March 1st. The deadline to accept your offer is typically May 3rd, and your confirmation deposit payment deadline is June 1st. Okay, but again, it's best to look at your offer of admissions letter for any formal deadlines or next steps. Deadline to meet admissions conditions and submit final official transcripts is July 5th as well. If you do have any questions around your offer of admissions, your application status, feel free to contact our Student Central office directly. One of our advisors would be happy to chat with you and kind of go over your application, document submission, and next steps in terms of becoming a future Lakehead student. Just quickly around kind of COVID-19, and we get a lot of questions this time of year kind of around course delivery and what we can expect for the upcoming academic year. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of answers today in terms of what we'll be doing moving forward for the next academic year, but we hope to have some updates in the near future. So the best place to stay in touch around program and course delivery for the upcoming year would be our COVID-19 webpage at lakeheadu.ca, which is on the screen there. This past year, our fall and winter terms were offered using an alternative delivery model of both synchronous and asynchronous courses. So most of our courses were delivered online for both the fall and winter terms. Please refer to the website and also check your Lakehead email accounts for any updates once you've applied, and any updates will be given to you immediately as an incoming student. A good opportunity for you if you're looking for financial aid. We do have some specific financial aid opportunities for college and university transfer students. One of the best ones we have is our transfer award, which is between $500 and $1,000. In terms of eligibility, we're looking for full-time undergraduate studies students. You must demonstrate some financial need. You must have taken prior studies at a community college, Bible college, or university. Must not have completed a first degree, but have completed a diploma program. You must be a Canadian citizen or permanent resident, and we're looking for a minimum overall average of 70% from the previous 2 terms as a full-time student. So that's a specific award just for college and university transfer students, and it's a great one right off the bat if you're looking for some financial aid opportunities. We also have our transfer mature student bursaries. Again, these are valued at up to $1,000 as well. Fairly similar to the transfer student award in terms of eligibility. We're looking for students transferring from a college or university, Canadian citizen or permanent resident. You must be enrolled as a full-time student starting in September, and you must demonstrate some financial need as well. Application for both of these, the transfer award and transfer student bursary, are open. So you'll see information around this on our website. But after you've applied, you'll get some information around next steps from our financial aid department around application and OSAP and financial aid. If you're considering residence, residence is still an option for our college and university transfer students. So we do have residence options at both of our campuses. This is a picture of the apartment style residences at our Thunder Bay campus. So we do have two different styles of residences in Thunder Bay. We've got our traditional standard townhouse units, as well as our apartment style units. The only difference between the two, townhouses are 2 floors, apartment style are 1 floor, but they both have 4-bedroom single residence rooms. Students get access to 1.5 bath, full kitchen, full living room, and they're right in the middle of our campus. So you're only a 5-minute walk to classes. Students aren't required to purchase a meal plan with the Thunder Bay residence because you have a full kitchen in your unit. You can purchase an optional meal plan if that's something you're interested in, but it's not required as part of the residence costs. For those of you looking at the Aurelia campus, this is a picture of our res building. All the residence rooms at the Lakehead Aurelia campus are the same. So they're all single rooms. You have one shared washroom with one student beside you, but you do get your cable TV is available as well. All the furnishings come with the residence room, lots of storage. The only difference in Aurelia is to have a meal plan, and that's because we don't have full kitchen access for students to use daily. So there are a few different meal plan options available as a Lakehead Aurelia student. And for both campus residence options, visit the Lakehead residence website, and we've got all the information around fees, application deadline, and amenities within both. So if you're looking for information around residence, best place to look at is the website, but we also have a virtual tour where you can take a tour of the residence complexes as well. So just kind of wrapping up here. Again, if you have questions around your transfer pathway or your program or admissions, feel free to book a one-on-one appointment with me. Visiting our website, lakeheadu.ca/admissions/events. I'm booking appointments Monday to Friday through the entire semester. So if you'd like to chat about your application, I'd be happy to work with you directly. And that's it. We appreciate you guys joining us here. Thanks for attending. It was a lot of information, some of it a little bit quickly, but just in the interest of time, we wanted to give you kind of the general info about becoming a college university transfer student to us here at Lakehead. We hope you stay in touch, and best of luck the rest of the semester. Thanks for attending, and good luck.